God damn it, guys, you really fucked up on the last video I made. In the comment section, you guys should have been nicer to Bunty King. Your comments caused him to cry on Twitter and cause a whole nother commotion that I have to go and cover again. God fucking damn it. Next time, just be nicer to the guy, okay? After having to come out as a cuck, he's been through a lot of shit and doesn't deserve this type of ridicule. So for those of you who haven't gathered by now, my last video was on an ex-YouTuber called Bunty King. What basically happened is that he saw the iDubbbz Amnesia OnlyFans drama, started getting really passionate about it, and then started arguing back and forth with people to the point where he brought up his own drama, and eventually it led him to calling Ricky Berwick a piece of shit. It's some pretty crazy stuff. I highly recommend you go watch that video before continuing on to this video, because this is a direct continuation of that last video. Now, normally I wouldn't make these type of videos. People have complained about my Twitter versus videos before, and I never really feel like the further Twitter discussion warrants a brand new video, but in this case, the drama got so explosive that it actually rivals my last video in terms of entertainment value. It even got to the point where Keemstar commented on the situation, but we'll get to that in time. First, let's start off with Bunty King's reaction to my video. He tweets out, "Ricky Berwick is such a vindictive, sad little loser. And man, I feel so bad for Boblax. That kid literally got reamed by the community he capes for now. Talk about spineless." Now, since he addresses me here directly, I might as well just say my piece right now. I have no idea what he's saying when he says I got reamed by the community I cape for now. I just see drama on YouTube, read it, and that's about it. I don't really know what he's getting at here. And as for being spineless, well, that statement is pretty hypocritical considering you had a Twitter meltdown over the fact that I read all of your tweets word for word in a YouTube video and people laughed at it. It's not like I said anything personally bad about Bunty King within that video. If people are shitting on you for that video, that's on you, buddy. And the fact that you can't handle your own words seems pretty spineless to me. Either way, he continues by saying, "Ricky Berwick, pay attention to this and retweet this. Also make a big Twitter video and get more people riled up. Let's go!" He then posts another tweet that says hee hee with a video attached to it.
So before you guys sink your teeth into this juicy beef, I need to give you guys some proper context. After that, you can go ahead and draw whatever conclusions you want to go ahead and draw. It really does not bother me whatsoever. Ricky Berwick got really mad at me because I blocked one of his friends at the end of January 2019, and he demanded that I unblock him. And because I'm a principled person that's going to stand up for himself, I was like, nah, I'm not going to block this guy. It's just the way it is. I'm going to keep blocking him. And then Ricky just couldn't handle that, so he started to passive-aggressively troll me for the next several months. And then in June of 2019, I ended up blocking him, and then things blew up, and he got so mad. He made a video on Twitter about me, and things just escalated. And that's where all this stems from. Ultimately, that's it. Ricky couldn't handle that I had blocked someone that he liked, and he couldn't handle being told no. Ricky is someone that you can't say no to. If you say no to Ricky, he is a vindictive piece of shit, and he will try to go ahead and ruin you however he can. He really will. I promise you this.
Tommy C responded to Bunty King by saying, "What's it like going from being Bunty King to knocking on DSP and Wing's door?" Bunty then quote tweets this and says, "I don't know. What's it like being an alcoholic social parasite that makes nickels and dimes off internet drama for high schoolers? You sad fuck. Lol." Nicholas Diorio responds to Bunty King by saying, "I may be fat, but you are so much softer. Lol." Bunty then responds, "Yeah man, you are hard fat." Nick then replies, "You still buying me dinner? You offered me Italian. You can put it on our girlfriend's tab." Now those responses were pretty light in comparison to what we're about to see next. The most liked response to Bunty King's tweet from Rora Pickles. She posts this Twitter video.
"Alright dude, you and I have talked 3 different times in DMs about this, and I've tried to respect your privacy and empathize for you, even though Ricky is one of my best friends. I want to bring up a couple points here. A couple weeks ago, you and I were talking in DMs. You brought up Ricky unsolicited when we were talking about something completely different, saying he fucked you over. You barely know me. If you're bringing up Ricky in DMs with me, that means you're bringing up Ricky in DMs everywhere. Because you barely know me, right? So, I want to bring a few things up here. You and Ricky in Crip sat in a Discord call a year ago with the mediator and all agreed to squash beef, move on, to not bring up each other's names. And when I brought that to Ricky, it took so much to get him to actually tell me what happened with you, and he's one of my best friends. That goes to show right there, Ricky's a good guy and not trying to talk shit about you. But here you are, waiting in the darkness of your Twitter comments for a guy to comment Ricky's name with 2 followers, an irrelevant human being on the internet, so you can quote tweet it and say, Ricky is a piece of shit. Now, what you do in return, when everybody makes YouTube videos about you and responds to your accusation that Ricky's a piece of shit, you play the victim. That's your plan. That's your plan all along. You set yourself up to be a victim in this situation. And I'm sick of seeing it. Ricky is one of my best friends. He has done so much for me. He has helped my career and asked for nothing in return. Ricky has given me a lot of advice, and some of it I've said no to. And he's not once ever fucking tried to hurt me or manipulate me or do anything wrong to me. I've known him for a long time now. And here you are trying to paint him out to be some kind of evil villain with henchmen on the internet doing his bidding. He's not sitting there saying, do this, do that. People are acting of their own free will because Ricky's a good guy and doesn't deserve the shit you're talking about him. And before you say that Ricky did shit for me because he wanted to fuck me, or before you say that I'm doing all of this right now and saying all of this because Ricky helped me, bullshit. Ricky didn't help me right away. We were friends for a long time before Ricky helped me. And also, unlike you, Ricky's not in my DMs asking him if I'm ever coming to Montreal or implying he wants to camp in a van with me. Ricky is friends with my boyfriend and doesn't want to fuck me.
Oh my god. Oh my. Did Bunty just get cucked again?
Young Crip responds to Ricky with this video.
Cucked again! Mom, you have some life experience under your belt, right?
A little bit.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what people your age.
I
We
don't
call it mistakes, but you know, whatever. Point is you've learned a thing or two about a thing or two in your day.
a couple. Yeah, a thing or two.
When you agree to drop shit with somebody and let it go and move on, what is it that you usually end up doing?
What do I end up doing?
Yeah, like what should be...
Then I let it go. If we've resolved it, I like to have peace in my life, and I like to resolve issues and just leave it alone and walk away.
Namaste.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. Okay, Saran Saran.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever fucking spiritual shit white people pick up when they travel overseas.
Yeah.
Right, so have you ever tried video games?
No.
No, I bet you haven't. No, I bet you haven't. Have you ever tried, I don't know, streaming?
No, why would I do
No,
that?
I bet you haven't. It's because you don't know how to actually cope with reality and actual issues.
I don't.
No.
I don't.
You're a fake gamer.
Because I just kind of let it go. If I feel like it's settled, it's over and it's in the past.
You
and
would
should
think
stay
that,
there.
wouldn't you? Yeah, I bet you would think that. No. How else are you going to make money? Off of anger and hatred. Because that's what people do now.
I don't want to make money and feel angry and hate.
That's what people do, though. You didn't know?
I feel bad for those people.
Me too. Because I haven't seen a fucking dollar, and I pissed off a lot of people. Where the fuck is it, Mom?
Where's your money
Where
at?
the fuck
Where
is my
the
money?
fuck is your money?
Crip is one of the best guys I know too, and I also quite like his mom, and everything he's saying in this video is right. If he was profiting off of people's misery like Bunty claims, he would be rich!
Wavy Websurf responds to Aurora by saying, round of fucking applause. Kavos responds to her by saying, lol, Bunty, I mean Anand, got owned. Willie Mac Show responds to it by saying, damn, this is the best Bunty exposed video yet. GG. Bunty King himself responds to her by saying, what the fuck? I never made a pass at you. At all. What the fuck? I literally talk about van homes with all kinds of people. And I don't assume to know what your relationship is like with him either. I'm not a victim. I just think he's vindictive as fuck, and I thought maybe I could open up to you about it. Holy shit, lol. You straight up just accused me of being a creep in your DMs. That's crazy shit. Literally never even hit on you. Why would I? And I also want everyone to visit Montreal. It's a sick fucking city. Keemstar responds to Bunty by saying, busted. Nick responds with a popcorn eating gif, and then Bunty replies by saying, part 3 coming soon, drama cuck? Let's see how you twist this one up and around. You live for me. Nick responds to him by saying, I've yet to see you explain a single time how anything was twisted around. In fact, I'm watching you prove me right. Lol. Maybe I'll bring our girlfriend on for an interview. Kavos responds to Bunty by saying, have you even countered or explained what is wrong with his video? It was over an hour. He gave you all the context and time in the world, but you just say he twisted it. Willie Macshaw responds to Bunty by saying, bro, I'm gonna give it to you straight. If you just stop being a raging tool on the internet and playing victim non-stop, Nick will stop talking about you. Every time I see you tweet, it's like a car crash that keeps piling up. Just take your own advice and focus on you. Be positive. Going back to Bunty's initial response to Aurora, she responds to him with this Twitter video.
Why would I? Ha 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 ha. Dude, seriously, instead of trying to throw petty insults at me, how about you actually reply to all the valid points I made in the video instead of acting like a 12-year-old?
Bunty then replies, I don't need to address shit. Say whatever the fuck you want about me, lol. Internet Unwind quote tweets him and says, Bunty accuses Ricky of behavior no one else seems to have experienced. Also Bunty doesn't need to address points made against him. This sounds a lot like what Ricky described your behavior as. Going back a bit, Rora made a second Twitter response to what Bunty had to say about her video.
What's funny about this is you just ignored every valid point I had to make throughout that entire video, and you only care about the fact that I said that you might have wanted to fuck me. Oh my god!
Bunty responds by saying, because it's just not a nice thing to say about someone if it wasn't true. What was the point of that? Ricky threw a friendship under the bus for internet clout. I'm allowed to defend myself when assholes try to fuck with me online. Ricky Berwick himself then chimes in to make this Twitter video.
You always didn't like to listen to people, and I noticed that over the years, even with me. Granted, you don't have to listen to us, but you got yourself into political drama. When I saw it, I reached out and like, Bunty, you shouldn't get into this mess. You're like, no, this is my calling. Political stuff is my calling, Ricky. I'm like, okay. And when it got worse, I reached out again. I'm like, Bunty, seriously. And it got more passive aggressive to me. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm done. If he does anything more shitty, I'ma keep calling him out. I don't care. And when he did that thing to James, when he blocked him over a joke, that was the final nail in the coffin.
Bunty responds by saying, you threw our friendship in the shitter because I wouldn't unblock someone that very clearly didn't like me to begin with. Shut the fuck up. The internet is big enough for the both of us. Ricky then responds by saying this.
The blocking was the nail on the coffin. It was the cherry on top. It was the volcano eruption.
Rora responds to that same tweet by saying this.
The internet is big enough for the both of you. Why are you so obsessed with Ricky then?
Nicholas responds to Bunty's tweet by saying, I mean, yeah, the internet is pretty vast, and fortunately, your following is not.
Oh shit, he just got bodied!
Your fellow Arab responds to Bunty saying he should be able to defend himself by saying, not trying to get in between y'all's beef, but out of the tens to hundreds of relationships I've made over the internet, Ricky has been hands down the least clout hungry and most genuine person over the past 4 years to me. The only person I never saw a hunger for clout from. And before I continue reading these tweets, I also wanted to quickly back up what Arab is saying with my own personal experience with Ricky. I've only talked to the guy for maybe about 6 months or so, but from my experience with him so far, Arab is 100% correct when he says Ricky is probably one of the least clout hungry people online. I've literally never encountered even one instance where Ricky feels like he needs to do something in order to gain clout. Anyways, moving on, Bunty replies to Arab by saying, then what was the point of throwing the relationship under the bus and then start to roll with these goons? Over a block? Do you not see how absurd that is? Ricky then responds with this Twitter video.
It wasn't just over the block. It was years of buildup that I tried to ignore because you were my friend, but I got too annoyed of your attitude.
Bunty King responds by saying, Ricky, I literally never did shit to you and was always down to chill with you. You are such a lunatic, lol. Stop yelling into the camera at me and go back to your corner of the internet. Watch more Boblacks too, lol. Video games. Finally, Bunty says something somewhat intelligent. Ricky responds with this Twitter video.
I'm good right here, bro. How about you?
Going back to the tweet where Bunty said Ricky threw their friendship under the bus to roll with these goons, Aurora responds with this Twitter video.
I know it's hard for you to believe, but Ricky is a human being and we all have boiling points. Ricky hit a boiling point with a compilation of different things that had happened throughout the friendship, and he finally decided to say something. People have a right to be mad, just like you have a right to be mad in this situation. Ricky does too!
Your fellow Arab responds to the same Bunty tweet that Aurora just did by saying, like I said, not sure what happened between y'all. Ricky would never tell me because he didn't care for the drama. Just wanted to point out how genuine he has been to me. Bunty replies, I'm telling you what happened. I blocked someone and he lost his mind. He wouldn't even try to hear me out. I know that's 100% a lie, by the way. Anyways, continuing with the bullshit, he says, then he started passive-aggressively trolling me, and I tried to stay really fucking quiet about it. And now we're here, because I'm not a fucking doormat. Now let's rewind all the way back to when Bunty said how he wasn't allowed to defend himself. Aurora responds to him by saying this.
You are allowed to defend yourself to assholes online. I told you that in the DMs privately. But what you need to understand is when you bring up people unsolicited, like reply to a comment that is nobody on the internet and drop Ricky's name, you have to expect people to also stand up for themselves. You are not some almighty moral high ground God that is the only person who has the ability to ever stand up for themselves. You gotta understand, dude, people are gonna say shit back!
Bunty then replies, okay, just believe whatever you want to believe, and stop trying to lecture me. Kavos then replies, she didn't try, you just got lectured, son.
I am telling you how I feel and standing up for a good friend of mine that you're trying to make look like a bad person. I'm not lecturing you. I tried really hard in our DMs to show you respect and empathy for this situation, but you are now bringing it to a point to where I have to say something. Would you not stand up for your friends? Don't you stand up for your right to stick up for yourself? You're being a fucking hypocrite!
Going back to the original Bunty King video that kicked this all off, Keemstar decided to quote tweet it and said, this man broke down in tears that his girlfriend cheated on him, begged her to come back, saying that he's willing to share her with her new boyfriend. Has been defending iDubbbz, no shock there. Now he's mad at Ricky Berwick cause Ricky, a handicapped comedian, made jokes. Saddest shit ever.
I broke this guy's heart because I called him out on his bullshit, and now he's blaming just one little thing I had against him, which was the final nail in the coffin, blocking someone over a joke. But anyways, this guy's been like passive aggressive to me in DMs, asking me why did I tweet that video to him when it was clearly a fucking joke. This guy can't take jokes because he is not comfortable with himself.
This dude is trying to set you up right now to make you look like some evil villain on the internet with henchmen doing your bidding. He's trying to make himself look like a victim so he can cry to the internet and get sympathy because, oh, Ricky was an asshole to me. It's bullshit, and he needs to grow the fuck up.
Kavos says, it's so weird seeing Ricky be serious in a video. Lol. Nicholas Diorio responds to Keemstar by saying, I've never been so glad to be unblocked. Laughing my ass off. Can't wait to tell Bunty the good news. Our girlfriend is going to be very excited. He then follows up the tweet 13 minutes later and says, welp, Christmas it is. Showing that Keemstar actually blocked Nicholas Diorio. Get fucked, Nick. Keemstar continues to talk about Bunty by posting a shirtless picture of him. There's a lot of those online, trust me. It's not hard to find one, unfortunately. He captions it by saying, it's because he's a hypocrite. He makes bad tweets and targets people, but he himself have a girlfriend whoring herself, and he does nothing about it. Bunty King has been saying for years, I'm a real gamer, was gaming in 2014. I really don't understand this cringe at all. Bunty King was never a part of the gaming entertainment community. Never. Bunty King's only claim to fame is being part of the skeptic community. Bunty King and the rest of the skeptic community were all a bunch of political hacks. None of them, including Bunty, ever had an actual position on anything. They would simply change their opinion based on trends. They started out as far left, and then switched to far right, then died. Creeper Bomber 06 then asks Keem, who's Bunty King? To which Zephyr replies, just some raggedy ass Indian. He's a shame to gaming community now. Bunty then responds, ha 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 ha, holy shit. Zephyr then replies, I lost all respect after I saw what you did. Bunty then replies, lol, bye. Bunty then responds directly to Keemstar with a quote tweet that says, this is hilarious to me, lol, Keemstar. Fucking sucks. I'm not part of the gaming community. Mr. Glowworm then replies, free Keem attention, can't be too bad. I love his emphasis on this, Bunty King was never a part of the gaming entertainment community. Lol. Bunty then replies, I've been gaming since 2014. Man, 6-year-old gamer here. Bambi replies to Bunty by saying, laughing my fucking ass off. Okay, if we are truly calling people cucks, without trolling and joking, Keemstar is literally the god of cucks, both politically and socially. Bunty then replies, easily one of the worst people, lol. Raised Dacty then replies, is that why you used him to grow your Twitter reply guy, Bunty? Going back to the very first tweet that started this all off, Repsion responds to it by saying, if you guys have such bad blood, I don't know why these types of tweets need to exist. Don't see how this is a productive conversation. Just seems like bait tweeting to start shit with others, in my opinion. Bunty then replies, yeah, let me take these videos that are being shared by a hate circle jerk on the chin. Hehe. Nicholas Diorio then replies, the only thing on the chin is the excrement and urine that gets stuck in the beard. Repsion replies to him by saying, I don't understand all the drama between you folks, but seen a lot of the cringe things you've said in the past, and all I see is people mocking / making fun of you for it. We've all made fun of or been mocked for cringe shit we've done in the past. I think this about most people, but we gotta take a back seat and be able to laugh at ourselves with things we've posted online that are cringy. People will never let you live it down. Bunty then replies, I'm capable of laughing at myself. I just don't think being cheated on is really that funny at all. And I don't think there's anything weak about being emotional. That's all true, but you called yourself a cuck, dude. Keemstar responds to Bunty's tweet by saying, being emotional is weak, especially on the internet, which you choose to do. Toad McKinley responds to Bunty by saying, oh shit, Bunty, Ricky Berwick trolled you? I didn't realize the harassment had gotten this bad. Lepo Spawndale then responds, so his story is that he's being bullied by a guy who needs a wheelchair to get around. Why am I supposed to have any sympathy for him for that? Absolutely pathetic. No other words to describe it. Comment Cop posts, Siri, what is projection? Showing that Bunty called himself a cuck, but is also calling other people a cuck on Twitter. Nicholas Diorio tweets out, Annand Virk has an outburst. The entire internet.
Oh, what are you talking about, Ricky? Shut up!
It wasn't
Ricky,
just over the block. It was years of buildup that I tried to ignore because you were my friend, that I got too annoyed of your attitude.
Oh. Shut up. Just shut up, Ricky.
Ricky's not in my DMs.
Please, come on.
I never come into months
Stop.
ago, or implying he wants to camp in a van with me. Ricky doesn't want to fuck me.
I guess I'm a fucking cuck because at the same time she was fucking this guy with me. I'm a cuck.
I'm a fucking cuck, guys.
Yo, like, share, and subscribe.
I fucked that up. But it's okay. Shit.
And another thing, cunty.
Please, come on.
That's what your new name is. Cunty
Stop.
Queen. All that tough talk you're doing. You want to suck white dick and get semen stains on your beard, you bitch ass nigga?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Bunty, please do the entire internet a favor and just shut up.
No, shut up. I'm not doing this. This sucks. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Come on, Bunty, we know you just want to stop the bleeding Twitter followers. Just serenade him already and get it over with. Come on, F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
N is for anywhere and anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea. Oh shit. That feels good. I get it, Ricky. I get it, Ricky. This is nice.
Thank God, our girlfriend is going to be so relieved.
Wow. Let's do it, man. Let's keep doing it. F is for frolicking through all the flowers. U is for ukulele. N is for nose picking, chewing gum and sand licking. Date with my best buddy. Yo, Ricky, if you make me do this shit again, I'm gonna fucking find you and eat you alive. I don't care how fucking bad you taste, I'm gonna eat you alive. N is for Alex is a big...
Going back to a couple more Bunty tweets, Bunty responds to Anesia addressing her iDubbbz OnlyFans situation, and he says, "Drama cucks really won't leave you alone, Anesia. You can't reason with them, unfortunately. They are literally children with underdeveloped brains. I'm sorry, Bunty, but even after that tweet, she's not gonna let you watch her fuck iDubbbz." Going back to the tweet that Willie Mac Show made at Bunty King quote tweets it and responds, "Bro, I'm gonna give it to you straight. Behave how we want you to behave, and my drama cuck buddies will stop, lol." Willie Mac Show followed up his own tweet by saying, "And I feel bad for you, genuinely. This is genuine advice, free of charge. Can't wait for your snarky tweet telling me you don't need it or whatever." Bunty then responds, "Right here, in case you missed it," linking to the previous tweet I read. In response to this, Willie Mac Show makes a video trying to give Bunty some genuine advice. He captions it by saying, "Man, I've literally talked about how you get unfairly goofed on for a low point in your life.
Bro, don't act like they're doing something ridiculous. It's commentary. You know that. You understand that. I'm gonna be real with you because I feel like nobody else has. This video isn't gonna be retweeted or any of that other shit. And if you're watching the video and you aren't Bunty, I don't want you to retweet it. You just don't understand why people keep goofing on you. You're totally lost. You are aware that the most embarrassing thing about this video isn't the fact that I talk about my breakup or even call myself a cuck. It's the fact that I didn't clean my room before filming. No, I'm pretty sure it's the fact you called yourself a cuck.
Just to add to this a little bit more, I feel like one of the primary reasons these guys really don't fucking like me, apart from the fact that I'm brown.
Has me or Nick or anyone else talked about your race once during this whole time you've been on the internet? No, they haven't, dude. It's purely because of your actions. Trust me, it's purely what you do and who you are as a person. Not the color of your skin or that you talk about how people didn't like you because you supported the LGBT community. You've since deleted that tweet. Good for you. That's a step in the right direction.
For a more mainstream audience, because I am, after all, very charismatic. I'm really good at being in front of a camera. I'm really good at talking. And I'm really
What? What, dude? You get 12 likes a tweet, bro. 12 fucking likes a tweet. I mean, dude, I don't really care how many likes you fucking get, but to sit there and say people are trying to dick ride you or people want your validation, dude, yeah, be honest. You haven't been fucking relevant in forever. And even when you were at your peak, it was still nothing outside of you being a fucking reply girl on Twitter. Do yourself a favor, dude. Take your own advice. Be positive. Ignore these people. I mean, you sit there and try and one-up them and make excuses for yourself. It's sad. It's just not true. It's not true. And they're not going to stop, bro, because you're so easy to fucking goof on. I mean, it's embarrassing. And I'm trying to help you. All right? That's some tough love. Nobody seems to have given it to you yet. So take it or give another snarky tweet about how you're better than this. And try and look cool, I guess, to your 12 people who like your tweets.
So my opinion on this whole Bunty situation and the video that Willie Mac Show just made is that, yes, at face value, it doesn't seem that people are giving Bunty a chance to improve and are just memeing on him for no reason. But this shit has been going on for well over 2 years. And during that time, many people have reached out to Bunty trying to talk to him and say very similar things that Willie Mac Show said in that Twitter video. He doesn't take the advice, he continues to act like a lunatic, and that's why so many people have resulted to just shitting on Bunty King. I think Ricky Berwick explained it best when he replied to someone called Shotwell with a recap of the entire situation. In this tweet he says, "I got tired of his BS a year ago, cause he would always act so serious and get into bullshit with other people. I would give him advice and shit privately about it, but he would never listen, which was annoying. Over time I got annoyed, and even when we hanged out IRL, he would always be somewhat of a bad vibe. I appreciate him driving 7 hours here and back and doing videos, but it doesn't justify his shitty behavior. Over time, I just got fed up and started trolling him myself, cause he started getting aggressive not just towards me, but others publicly, so we had it in text. The trolling and memes got to a point where we got in a 1-hour call with Bunty, Crip, me, and Bunty. Bunty yelled at us for a bit, but we agreed to leave each other alone. Fast forward to now, he brings me up publicly, calling me a piece of shit to someone. So the memes and trolling started again, and I do not blame Ricky for opening the floodgates in terms of shitting on Bunty King. This guy is a complete asshole and deserves every bit of criticism he has received over the past couple days. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more videos like it, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, and follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with any more drama that might unfold. Who knows, this video might cause an even bigger outburst from Bunty King. If you like hearing me talk, consider following me on Twitch. I've been streaming there a lot more lately, and we have a lot of fun discussion over there. Thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel, in particular Josh Pescator, who's donated $30 a month, and Continued Bear, who has also donated $30 a month. They have pretty cool YouTube channels if you'd like to check those out. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.